over you.
All right.
Well, the
Exercise.
doctors say so.
Thank you. Exercise that I want you to do to start off with is starting standing up, have a small bend in your knees, slowly fold over so you're stretching out that lower back. Once you get that good stretch in your lower back, then I want you to just walk it out nice and slow. Kind of move it into downward dog. Again, keeping your heels down, stretching out the calves and the Achilles, stretching out your lower back, and then move into a plank. If you can try to keep your heels low and your hands above your head, even better. Think about pulling in your belly button and pushing your shoulder blades apart. All right? So, when you're in that plank, we don't want to let ourselves sag through our lower back or fall through our shoulder blades. We want belly button drawn in, and I want the shoulder blades spread apart. That's going to give you a really deep contraction in our core muscles. And then from there, slowly walk it back. And then come upright, all right? And you can do that about 5 or 10 times. It's a great way to help stretch out that lower back and the calves and then work on some of those core muscles. By walking out also, we're getting those oblique muscles turned on really nicely as well. Okay, now we're gonna move on to our stretch for our tibia. So on your right foot and ankle, we had trouble internally rotating that tibia. So while you're kneeling, I want you to take, or you can put your foot on a step, put your hands around that shin bone, bend your knee forward, and turn the tibia inwards, all right? So I'm turning my tibia towards the midline of my body, holding that position, and then come on out of it. This is a great one to work on before you're doing any kind of like heavy knee bending, like squatting and lunging. So I'm bending my knee forward, turning my shin bone in, hold that stretch for about 5 seconds, do it 10 times, okay? The second thing we're doing for tibial internal rotation is not moving our thigh bone, our knee is bent, my foot is flat on the ground and I'm sliding inwards. So I'm gonna back up a little so you can see my foot a little better. So I'm sliding my foot inwards while keeping it flat. So don't let the big toe come up and then come back to center. Thigh is straight and flat. Foot is turning in with foot flat. When I can't go any further, I hold for 5 seconds, then come out of it 10 times over. You can do this also sitting down throughout the day as well. Okay, now we're gonna move on to an exercise that's gonna work on strengthening up our calf and both of our knees. So what I'm gonna do here is I'll stand in front of a wall. I'm gonna have both heels elevated. So both heels are elevated. I'm gonna turn my hips slightly towards the front leg, and then from there, I'm gonna bend both knees forward and down. Once I can't hold that position anymore, I'm gonna come on out of it, all right? So turning hips towards front leg, both heels elevated, bending knees forward and down, hold for about 3 seconds, and then slowly come out of it. Since I'm moving in that trajectory, the knee's really going far over the foot, so I'm really challenging those quad muscles while I'm challenging the posterior tibial tendon of those arch muscles in our feet, all right? So think about 10 total on each leg. You do like 2 rounds of 5. For that exercise, I'd say doing that at least twice a week would be great. And the final exercise is just a calf raise. So I'm gonna show you while you are standing on your step at home. Just really make sure, I'm gonna lower my camera here. When you're doing your calves, you're not arching your lower back. You're dropping your heels down effectively and nice and low. Get that deep stretch in the calf and Achilles. Hold down there for 2 or 3 seconds and then go straight up onto that big toe. Don't let yourself arch or thrust your lower back forward. Let the heels drop and stretch and then come up onto your big toe. For calf strengthening like this, I think it'd be great to do this about 2 or 3 times per week for a total of about 15 or 20 reps. You can break it up into sets of 8 or 10, but try to do about twice per week, all right? Give these a try, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.